Oh, no. I looked longer. By the time you looked away, I actually said, that was probably inappropriate. She is most likely married. Most likely married.
Hello, you guys. That is what we're going to be discussing again today because I don't know, my brain is still trying to wrap around what we just witnessed and what we heard on Sunday. You guys have a lot to say about it as well. And I don't think it's over. There were so many points that I didn't get to make yesterday. And after I heard some of your comments, especially after yesterday's video, it was like, wait a second, we're not done here. We're not done. There's still more with Kody and Robyn's origin story that is not making sense. And the only thing that is making sense to me is that there's more to this story. And that's what we're going to deep dive into today. There's a couple of comments that I want to discuss that you guys brought up. Excellent points. That's what we're going to go over. By the way, hello, everyone. Hi. I see Mika is like number 21. Thank you so much. What like number are you? Victoria said IQ 3 nights in a row. Yay. This is just blowing my mind. You know, it's so crazy. We haven't even got to everything else that occurred in Sunday night's episode because I'm still fixated on this, but it's not just me. I think you guys are too, because I feel like this is a big topic of discussion. This is it. What happened when Robyn and Kody first met has been a mystery for all of us since season 1. I think we've all felt that this has been a little fishy, that we weren't getting the whole story. And that little nugget that they provided on Sunday, it's still blowing my mind. I think it's blowing a lot of yours. I think we're calling BS on it. And oh, Ashley, I hope that you feel better. Ashley said, I'm not feeling well, but I'm here. Girl, I feel you. I'm starting to get on the other side, so I so understand. I hope that you feel better. I'm so glad that you caught a live. Thank you, Randy, for being here. Okay. So here's what I want to get into. Really listening, and I don't know if you guys are like this as well, but it's one thing to listen to what Kody and Robyn are saying. It's another thing to put it to text, listen to the words, but also see exactly what they're saying. And there were so many counters that I had that I didn't have before yesterday. We're going to go over that. So let's just start. Let's just start with this. I think that this is a good way to initiate this. Okay. So here's a comment that I got yesterday. And I'm so sorry I didn't have enough time to credit you, but you are out there. If this is your comment, you know who it is. Okay, so here's what they said. They said, there's no great conspiracy. They were in a freaking plural marriage, and they both liked the idea of Robyn coming in, Meri, so she could have someone that was on her side and to win Kody back. Why can't we see that Meri might have ulterior motives to not just Kody or Robyn? And here's what I say to that. I think it is a great conspiracy. And let me tell you why. The great conspiracy is there's been this narrative since season 1 that Meri was the matchmaker, right? That's where the lie comes in. This is a lie. Meri was not the matchmaker. They're making it seem like Meri had this a major part in matching these two people together. And what Kody and Robyn don't understand with what the information that they gave us on Sunday is that they are letting us know that this was a big, fat, epic lie. Can I have some lie detector tests in chat, my people, please? Here is lie number 1. Meri was not the matchmaker. That's why this is not even conspiracy theory at this point. Not Meri. Kody and Robyn are confirming this. Here's why. Okay? If there is a love connection that was initiated between Robyn and Kody, that was initiated by Robyn and Kody, and they are the two that had the love connection, guess what? It's only factual that means Meri was never the matchmaker. Never. You're not matching these two together because Robyn and Kody were the matchmakers. They were the ones that had the connection. Thank you, Tracy's Fractured History and More. Thank you for being a member for 3 months and agreed. Lies, yes, lies. Agreed. This is this is lies. This is lies. Let's just go to what Grody said. Let's listen to this. Let me go back. Here we go.
On our relationship, or are we just talking religion for our girls?
With them going to church then.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're okay with me going to church? Like you're not going to have some sort of problem with that? I mean,
as long as you guys aren't blocking me out. Like I want to come. You don't want to go too long without me because I don't want some guy thinking you're a single mom.
Thinking that you're a single mom. And it's funny, there was a comment that was made, which is so true. They were like, yeah, that's the best reason to go to church, is so that you prevent your woman from getting hit on. Like that has nothing to do with being spiritual, Kody. Not at all. But here is Kody already being possessive of Robyn. And let's just go into here. Oh, no. I want to go into that later. Okay, where is it? Here we go.
We made that gaze. That connection.
No, I made that.
Oh, no. I looked longer. By the time you looked away, I actually said, that was probably inappropriate. She is most likely married.
No, how long have I been out? I'm so pissed. I'm so mad. Okay, how long have I been out? I don't even know where I was. Oh, it had to have been after Kody. I'm so sorry. You guys. No, I'm 1 minute. Okay, I'll take it. 1 minute's not bad. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. What was I saying? I was talking about, let me go back to this. Oh, here's what I was talking about. Okay, so basically Robyn developed a close relationship with Meri, and Meri's the one who encouraged Kody to pursue a courtship with Robyn. I'm calling BS on that. Here's where we're going to come into another lie. Okay, this is really, I don't even think that I really was factoring all of this in. I really wasn't. Like, it's one thing to read it and it's one thing to have a hunch, but really dissecting this and making it make sense, there's no way that these two were not the ones that initiated all of this. There's no way. All right, so let's keep going. Here's another lie, okay? Lie number 2 is 3 weeks. Do you guys know why I'm talking about 3 weeks? No, there's no way I can still be muted. I think you're a little bit further back, Jammy, but I'm not muted now. Okay, so do you understand? Do you guys know why I'm saying 3 weeks and why 3 weeks is such a big deal? Do you get, 49ers. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. 49ers. Does anyone else think of liar, pants on fire about Meri being the matchmaker? Yes, I do, 49ers. I do. Absolutely. Okay. Let me tell you why. Listen to what Christine said, because this is a big deal, and I never really thought of it. I did not put it into this context until I really listened to what Christine was saying. Listen to Christine. This is Christine panicking, but listen to what she says about a 3-week period. Listen to this.
Fell out of loop the whole thing. I hadn't met Robyn at all for 3-4 weeks after Meri and Kody did. And so the whole Robyn coming along was making me mad because I hadn't met her. And here Cody's going on and on and on about her. He prays about it. He gets a testimony that, she is definitely someone that he wants in the family. Meri, same thing, hook, line, and sinker. She's done.
Isn't that interesting? I did not realize, chat, that it was 3 weeks. 3 weeks after Kody met Robyn, supposedly, that he already wanted her in the family? 3 weeks. That's insane. So in 3 weeks, he has this lightning bolt um feeling in the loins, in the whatever he wants to call it. 3 weeks later, after their meeting, he already knows that's the woman that he wants to marry and bring into the family, and he has a testimony about it in 3 weeks. That is so insane. I mean, we talk about Christine moving fast with David. I don't think that we ever really put into context that Kody and Robyn and Meri orchestrated this whole plan in 3 weeks and wanted to integrate her into the family after 3 weeks. But here's the other thing. Because really, we're looking at the facts here and we're putting it all together, right? We're putting it all together because this is just, it's really not making a lot of sense. It's really not. All right, let's just go back. I want to go over this. Okay. How is it possible to know that Robyn should be in your family 3 weeks after meeting her? Let's really think about this for a second. That doesn't make much sense. I understand that, especially in AUB and fundamentalist religions, and even maybe, which I'm not saying Mormon is fundamentalist, there's a sect of that. But I think even in the Mormon culture, there's a lot of times where dating might not necessarily be years and years and years. And that's why a lot of younger, not kids, but younger adults like get married pretty young. So there is that kind of culture. I'm not trying to conflate the two. I'm really not. But what I'm saying is 3 weeks is a very short amount of time to not only integrate just one person, but what about an entire family? That's kind of insane. Okay. But to add, not even insult to injury, but just to add it. 3 weeks, Robyn can meet and develop such a close relationship with Meri when she lives so far away. So not just Meri, but also Kody. Remember, Robyn lives 5 hours away, and it wasn't Meri and Kody that lived 5 hours away and like drove in that area. Robyn's the one that moved or that visited from far away. So how are you getting this deep connection with a woman that you're barely, allegedly, barely around? This is not making a lot of sense to me. Is it making sense to you? Because it's not making sense to me. Let me see. Vicky says, lust is what Kody thinks is love. Agreed. Randy said, my eyes were rolling during Kody and Robyn's date. Megan said, I think the wheels were in motion longer than 3 weeks. It totally could be. It totally could be, Megan. All right, let me keep going. Okay, so that's like my number one question, because that's not making a lot of sense. Okay. How is it? How could Meri and Robyn have become such good friends in 3 weeks? It's not making a lot of sense, right? Let me go back to what Robyn wrote in her book before we go on. Okay. So we talked about this before. Robyn, I'm sorry, she's the one that played matchmaker to me and Kody. And she was embarrassed by her response, but she still decided to pursue the man, the married man that she had these feelings towards. Interesting. Let's just read this again. Determined not to enter into anything lightly due to her divorce, she pushed aside her feelings. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me grab some water. Okay. Sorry about that. She pushed aside her feelings, but did develop a close friendship with Meri, who encouraged Kody to pursue a courtship with Robyn. Well, I've never heard of that close of a friendship in 3 weeks. How close is your friendship after 3 weeks? This is making 0 sense. 0. Susie says, not at all. This is not making a sense. No, absolutely not. Renee said, don't forget, Kody was on the road for quote unquote work. Oh, was he now? Was he now, Renee? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Renee, I call BS too. Agreed. Thank you guys for the well wishes. I see you, Heather. I see you, Adriana. I am trying. Okay. I'm hoping I sound less like a bullfrog than I did. But yeah, this is nasty what's going on. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm so sorry. I hope that anyone that also is feeling bad is starting to feel better. And if you haven't gotten sick yet, please always, and it's so crazy. I'm always washing my hands no matter where I go. If I'm going from my car to wherever, always I have hand sanitizer. It's insane, but it happens. So just stay, it seems like it's going around everywhere. Just be careful, you guys. Anyway, okay. Yeah, this is not making sense. Let's see. Okay, develop a close relationship. Where is it? I'm trying to go back. No. All right. Let's go back to where I was, because I still want to go over this. Yeah. Okay. So the whole 3-week thing is really blowing my mind, and it's something that we hadn't talked about yesterday, but it's something that I really didn't think about until I was watching Christine's clip again. Like, what? 3 weeks? I feel so bad for Christine. Can you imagine being pregnant with Truly? Okay. And you're thinking that things are going to go a certain way, that life is going to go a certain way. You've wanted to be the third wife forever. You guys are pretty much in as stable of a plural marriage relationship that you can have. They were all together, they had been married 10 or 15 years at that point. And then in 3 weeks, your world is turned upside down. Well, like in 3 weeks, your husband has already met someone, and you're the first wife, and them somehow make this magical connection in 3 weeks, and they know, they've gotten testimony that she needs to be in the family. 3 weeks, and not we, but collectively, like even Christine's kids are giving her a hard time about David. Really? Really? That's just insane. It's insane. All right, let me keep going because I still want to go back to these clips. Yeah. How many times? Here's what I want to know. How many times did Robyn make that 5-hour drive in these 3 weeks? Because this is the crucial period, 3 weeks, to know that this woman belongs in your family of however many kids, 3 wives, and that you know that you should marry her. If you glanced at her one time, you met her at a party and danced with her a second time, supposedly, allegedly. So then what happened in the other 2 weeks? Because that's 1 week. What happened in the other 2 weeks? You're telling me, like, did you guys meet up again? Where is that story? Where is that story? That's what I want to know. Actually, I have a question about this, Renee. Okay, so Renee said, I stand by my beliefs that the original catfish was Robyn's friendship with Meri. Oh, okay, never mind. I do get that. That's funny. That is true. Yes, agreed. Meri was catfished twice, basically, right? Okay, so let me, I still want to go over this. Okay, what about this? Listen to this. I want to go back because it's making, so much more sense now. Listen to Kody here. Okay, so I think that we've established, do you remember when we were watching, I think it was Sunday night, if not, it was last night, where I was asking you guys, Kody was talking about how men at church want Robyn. Is he talking about present tense or past tense? And you guys brought up a really good point. You were like, no, there's no way that he's talking about present tense because she's asking for permission to go to the church. So she hasn't gone to the church yet. This isn't present. This is past tense. So listen in that same vein. Listen to what Kody says again about men wanting Robyn at church the first time. So 15 years ago, 14 years ago, when he met her, this whole infamous scene, listen to what he says, because this is important.
You don't want to go too long without me because I don't want some guy thinking you're a single mom.
Here it is.
There's a lot of men interested in Robyn, and they were sort of trying to get around me and to her.
They were trying to get around him and to her. Here's what I want to know. Like in those 3 weeks, once again, I want to go back to the 3 weeks because that's what we're talking about here. How would men at Kody's church even know? How would they know in those 3 weeks if the first time she glanced at him from afar and he glanced at her, men wouldn't have known that he was interested? The second time, supposedly, I think they met at like a house party or something, and that's when that's when Meri encouraged Kody to dance with her. So it couldn't have been that week. So what other 2 weeks are we talking about here? I find this really fascinating. Unless Robyn was going back to the church once she had met the whole family, it's just not making a lot of sense. It's not making a lot of sense, is it? Okay. Negla said they didn't hey girl, Negla said they didn't really know each other, remember? That justified the 4-week honeymoon. Yeah, true. True. Well, it seems like she I don't know. I don't know. This is just not making a lot of sense, is it? Okay. I want to go back to this part here. Robyn and Meri's friendship.
There was definitely a connection with me and Robyn. I just knew that she was a person that I could be friends with, you know.
Okay. There was a connection. Fine, Meri, if that's what you think. But as soon as Meri basically helped greenlight Robyn coming into the family, we already saw how upset Meri was. We already saw that. Do you guys remember that? When I was telling you to look at her face? Here?
When Robyn and I were new in the relationship,
Remember to look at Meri's face here.
my heart, I was going through some real difficult times, and I'm in.
Okay, first, do you know the difficult times that Kody was talking about? If it was when him and Robyn first met, then that was within the first 3 or 4 weeks of meeting her, and then him blowing up his family saying, yes, I met this woman and she needs to be in our family. I have a testimony about it. And so does Meri. He had to get Christine to agree. Christine was not having it at this point. And his desperation, his desire to have Christine agree with him, it was overwhelming. I think he felt completely out of control. And Christine was the gateway to his lady love. Like that's just that's what it was. Okay.
Difficult times, and I'm in Christine's room sobbing.
I remember, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
What do you guys think about Meri's face there? He's saying that he's in Christine's room sobbing about Robyn. Why now? Like Meri was so happy before. She was so chummy before. She too supposedly had a testimony 2 to 3 weeks after befriending this woman. And really, oh my gosh, that's not even what happened. Meri was so duped, you guys. Meri was so duped. Here's what really happened. Where is it? This is what really happened, Meri. You were not the matchmaker. I know that you like feeling like you're in control. If you knew the nasty kind of interaction that they had had, that, by the way, Robyn felt, where is that? She felt, I think it's here, stunned and embarrassed by the way she was acting. And Kody even said that he was inappropriate, the way that he just kept staring at her. See, it's so funny because for whatever reason, I'm glad that he brought this up on Sunday. Because the way that I thought that it happened was that Robyn looked at Kody and that Kody was talking to other people. He didn't notice Robyn, but Robyn noticed him. That's the way it has been relayed since season 1, which makes it just completely adds a different spin to everything. You know that it does. It would be one thing if she felt that way and it was one-sided. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, look at that guy over there that's talking to whatever. I have this I was looking at his laugh lines. Remember that? It was all about his laugh lines and this was back in the day. I know she talked about his laugh lines recently, but that was basically the gist of the story. Like, oh, I saw how he's the life of the party and he was making other people laugh and I liked his laugh lines and there was just a connection that I felt. But that's not the connection you felt. You felt the connection because you guys were staring at each other uncomfortably and inappropriately for a long time, and he wouldn't leave his gaze from you, looking at you like you're a piece of meat, like he's a predator, like an apex predator. And that when I say that, I'm not saying he's a predator. I'm talking about like animals like that are about to pounce. That's what I mean. But that's the connection, and that is not the way it was portrayed for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Wait, someone said, Mama Cat said Sam has a good point. What? Let me go back up. Let me see, Sam. Let me go up. Sam, is this it? If it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. In the words of Judge Judy, I agree with you. I agree with you, Sam. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. I think it's here. Okay. So anyway, why do you guys think? I feel like I went on a tangent there. Look at Meri's face. What would she be upset about? Let me know, chat. Put it in the comment section what you think she's upset about with with Kody boohooing right now about crying about Robyn and wanting to marry her when she already co-signed it. Then what is this? What is
I remember, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm looking at her. I don't know what's wrong, but I'm like, my heart is breaking in a million pieces, all this. And Christine's like, well, you're lovesick and the only cure is a marriage. You know?
Why? Shouldn't she be happy too? Isn't that what she wanted? Isn't that what Meri wanted here? Meri wanted the marriage. Meri had a testimony or within 3 weeks. I can't believe it though. Seriously? This I don't think I can get over this. Where is it? 3 weeks. I didn't realize how insane everything really was. I really didn't. This is still blowing my mind. It makes zero sense. When are we going to know the truth? Seriously, when are we going to know the truth? Okay, so Susie said Meri wanted Christine to cry. You think so? Mika said Meri realized Christine was the approval Kody needed because he loved Christine most at that point. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Adriana said Meri was just trying to save her marriage by giving him yet another wife. 49er said Meri got the wish version of the sister wife she thought she was going to get. Well, that's for sure. That is 1,000% for sure. Oh, I love this. Like number 83. Thank you. You guys, please like up the video. What like number are you? Yeah, it definitely was. Let me go back to this because, yeah, she never, after those 3 weeks, Robyn was the best friend that Meri could ever have for 3 weeks. Hold on. Let me try to find. There it is. Where is she? That's the face. Robyn was her best friend, the bestest friend she could ever have in her life for those 3 weeks. Those 3 weeks were the best friendship Meri could ever have. And after that, the look on Meri's face, that's pretty much how Robyn treated her after that. There was no more Three's Company. It was no more the Three Amigos. It was Meri being the third wheel from this point until today. Like, she was over it. She was over it. She got what she needed. I'm talking about Robyn, and then it was over. It was over. Renee said they mentioned that they all had to agree. Christine had to agree. Meri realized she was set aside. Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Okay, so hold on one second. Let's get by the way, I do want to know what you guys have to say. Phone lines are open. If you guys have never called in before, let me just show you how it works. There's a link going on in chat. I would love for you to come up. Let me know your thoughts. When you click the link, it's going to take you to a backstage page that looks like this. Put your nickname, also a few words about what you want to talk about. Click the blue Enter Studio button. You're not immediately put back here, like thrusted onto the scene. You'll know. I'll let you know way beforehand when I'm coming to get you. So, hold on one second. Let's see. Hi, Negla. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Q.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, dear.
It's so good to hear from you again. So good
I
to
know.
see you. I'm glad that you're back.
Yes, ma'am. You know what? I actually, anyway, long story. But anyway, a lot of stuff going on. But it's just three things. The first two are really quick, but the third one
Wait, are
is
you
like,
sick too?
I don't, you know what? What was it? Saturday night, my voice just started, and my husband was like, babe, and he was calling me from the other room. And usually you can hear me like throughout the entire house. He was like, I can't hear you. And I was like trying to scream. Anyway, I don't know what it is. I need some honey. You know what? I need Mama Betty to make me a hot toddy. That's what I need.
Oh.
Mama Betty, Betty Allridge. She and I listened to another content creator and love him. We usually talk to him on Sunday nights. And she's from down south, so she knows exactly what a hot toddy is.
Well, that's good. Well, I hope that your voice feels better, but it sounds like you're not
Sure.
sick, so that's good. But anyway,
No.
But yeah,
Right. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm not sick.
knock
Yes.
on wood. Yes.
But well, so number one was first of all, I still don't understand why they have those two huge, massive dining room tables. Don't nobody want you or like you, and nobody wants to come over to your house for any type of family gatherings. So get rid of those two tables, and maybe you'll be able to pay your bills in time instead of making people worry at the last minute whether or not you're going to pay them. That's number one. Number two. Now, I don't know what city this is. I don't know what city the restaurant is in. But Josephine's, is like that the only restaurant in the city? That's the same place he brought Janelle. Am I lying?
Oh,
It's the same room and the same place. They painted the window, but it's the same. Am I wrong?
oh
Remember
my
when
gosh,
she
you're
wanted
out,
to talk
yeah.
to him? I wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. And he brought Christine there too, but they were at the bottom. They were on the first floor. Am I wrong?
Oh my gosh. No, you're right. And I think even Christine and Janelle have been up there before. Now that I think about it, you're right.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He brought Christine, Janelle, and now his favorite, wife in the entire world or whatever, the only love of his life, whatever that BS is. But so the last thing I want to leave you with, I don't know if you're familiar with it. There's a comedian named Cat Williams, and he is like hands down my favorite comedian in the entire world. I love Cat Williams. And he had a comedy special. It's called Pimp Chronicles. I hope I can say the P word. That was
Yeah.
P. Okay. I just don't want to get you, in trouble. But okay. So he was talking about his very first time when he went to California, and it was like a really big movie deal or something like that. And he was having a meeting with the people, and he was talking about, shall we say, their illicit activities in front of him. And he was like, they're sitting there sniffing. And he was like, did you know that I can see you? You know, I can see you, right? Like, I see you doing this right in front of me. That's the way I feel that all of them are doing us. It's like, we see you. See, yeah, Josephine's, there's a restaurant. I see you putting it. But it's like, do you not understand that we have things called DVRs, or we have, something called Discovery Plus, to where we can play back old episodes, and we know that you've been there before. We know that you've done these things. We know that you said it, Kody. We know that, Robert. We know what it's it's almost like I could get it if it were like Bugs Bunny. I loved Bugs Bunny growing up. My whole family loved Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, all that stuff. And remember the Roadrunner? The
Oh
coyote
yeah.
would get
Oh
like to the
yeah.
middle of the pass and then fall and like look down and realize that he's supposed to fall. Stuff like that. Okay, we're grown now. You know what I mean? I'm 47. I saw you do that. You can't pee on my that, and that's Judge Judy's direct quote. You can't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
That is
And
so
that's
true.
and you know what? And even though I have my favorites, Meri is my she probably is my favorite, but all of them are the OG3. I support them quicker than I do Lord Fauntleroy and Robert. I really do. But even with them, it's like you making stuff up. And,
Yeah.
I've always told my kids, I love you and I will defend you till the wheels fall off. But if you're lying to me and I know you're lying to me to my face, then we have a problem. And I don't know these people. It's just a TV show that we use for entertainment, So I don't know these people. I have no vested interest in their life or anything like that. But you are peeing on my leg and literally telling me it's raining.
I know. Yeah, this is like blowing my mind, Negla. All of this new information, and I don't think that they realize it. The thing is, I don't even think they realize that they're pissing on our leg. Like at this point, they think, I don't know. I really feel like they want to showcase their love, and they're not realizing they're digging themselves in a deeper hole. Like because we remember what they've said. But Negla, thank you so much for calling in. I so appreciate it.
Bye, dear. You have a blessed week. I hope
Thank
next week both
you.
of actually next week it's off, or it's off till end of the year or something like that. But either way, wish you a blessed Christmas and a happy
Thank
New Year.
you.
All of
Oh,
that.
you
Okay.
too. You too.
All
All
right,
right.
dear.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one. No, we're gonna be on. I'm telling you, you guys put it. Give some love in the chat for Negla. That was amazing. As always, I love hearing her voice. Hold on one second. Let's do Tracy. Tracy, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, not a problem. I just noticed something here. You're talking about Meri, and I know there's a strong storyline with her, but if you notice to the right of her, Janelle was sitting right next to her, and when Janelle saw that Robyn was coming into the family, Janelle was not exactly happy herself, and especially after the divorce, and Robyn became like the head wife or the legal wife when they were sitting around in that house. I think it was Meri's house or something. She was upset. She walked right out the door. And it's like, I haven't seen very much of Janelle this season. I mean, it's like almost like they're forgetting about her or something like that. But,
Wait,
it's like,
wait, wait. Oh, wait, Tracy. So when did she walk out? Are you talking about in season 1?
no, this is
No,
like,
when did she walk out?
I think season 2, I think maybe when they were just talking around and all of a sudden something about putting money in the taxes or something. I don't know, but that it just bothered me because Janelle was not a happy camper when they were all sitting around talking about their finances or their household situation. Um, you know, Janelle just got huffed, and she walked out. She was. I mean, I think it was in season 1 or season 2. It must have been season 2.
Oh,
I mean,
wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that.
yeah, because she was not exactly happy. They liked it just the way the OG3 had it. They didn't want anybody else to come into their situation. They thought they had everything all square. And then in comes Robyn, and Robyn changes the whole dynamic of the family. Sometimes you just have to say no. So
I
that's
know. Well, it wasn't going to happen if Kody was boohooing and crying and having a fit and throwing himself on the ground every night until the wives, submitted. I don't think he was
right.
going to let it go, Tracy. I really don't.
I
I
mean, like,
don't.
even I mean, they should have saw the handwriting on the wall years ago. If they noticed that he's doing this to Meri, that they could be done like the same way. I mean, tigers don't change their spots.
Yeah, especially when it comes to those two. 100%. I agree. I gotta say, well, thank you, Tracy, for calling in.
No
I so
problem.
appreciate it.
See you
Really
later.
excellent points. You guys
Hap-
put some love in the chat for Tracy. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Hey, have a
Um,
happy Hanukkah, happy
y-
Christmas, whatever.
you too. Happy holidays. I gotta bring out this. Gail, I didn't see your super chat. Thank you, Gail. Gail said it's the only restaurant. She's talking about Josephine's when we were talking about that earlier. It's the only restaurant who wants to air their place on TV. They hate the Browns. Yeah, I mean, it obviously is a very easy filming place, that Josephine's. And I'm sure it's not going to be the last time that we hear about Josephine's, I'm sure. I am sure of that. Okay. Let me see. I think we have another caller here. Michelle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hi. Well, thank you for calling in.
No worries at all. There's a few things that really do bug me about the whole perception of the show. And there's a few key points. And I agree, that look on Mary's face, that was like someone had just cleaned the bathroom with her toothbrush. She is not happy. I think at that point she fell in. Something that was said, and I can't work it out. I've gone through that conversation. I can't work out what key point, but it was something amongst them things that Kody said in that moment. And she just looks crestfallen. Like she's been completely duped and she's just fell in. Because I think they met well before anyone knows about. I've said this before. I think they met well before their paths crossed, and they've come up with this really cute idea on how they were going to meet, their great big love story. And to me, it's all a load of hokum. There's something there that smells rotten, real rotten. And he isn't aware, is he? He's not aware. Negler's right. He's not aware. He doesn't seem aware that people have got the ability to press rewind. If someone did a show, right, if they wanted to really, really stick it to him, do you realise the host wouldn't have to say a thing? They would just have to have videos set up proving everything, like counteracting everything he's currently saying, and take it back to a point in time that he said the exact opposite. The host wouldn't have to say anything. They could just sit there, point at the screen and go, roll the tapes. That would be all they needed to say throughout the whole show. Roll it.
I know. Why don't they do that, Michelle? They need to do that. You're absolutely right.
And the other thing is, the thing that really bothered me over all the years, one of the saddest moments for me was when he told the kids that he was adopting them. There was no space for those kids to feel how they felt in that moment. There was none. And Dayton, bless him, you could tell his whole world had just crashed. And it was being televised for TV, filmed for TV. He was just being told his father, the man that he probably looked up to until Robyn had her way, had just signed him away. And that must have been how he felt,
Oh, wow.
And you got Kody saying, well, aren't you happy then? Perform for the cameras kind of thing. Please show everyone in the world you're happy that I'm your new father. And I just thought, you are one selfish mofo. You really, really are. And eventually these guys will get their comeuppance, because nothing good comes from doing bad, ever. Nothing good comes from it, But I love the show, and I just wanted I know I haven't let you say anything in response, but I just wanted to say, yeah, I've said it before, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a duck. There is something here that we are going to find out. And I reckon you're on to something. That one look, I never noticed it before. But now I find myself checking out other glances between them all, you know?
Yeah.
Something.
1,000%.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, the only reason that you guys put some love in the chat for Michelle. The only reason I didn't say anything about when Michelle was talking about Dayton is because I didn't realize it. Honestly, I'd never seen that. So I'm like, as Michelle's telling me, I'm like going in my mind. I'm like, was Dayton really upset? Like, so I was just, I guess, awestruck as Michelle was talking because it's something that I hadn't really thought of. I didn't know. I thought that the kids, just from my recollection, I thought they were happy. But then again, I wasn't paying close attention. So if Dayton's sitting there being sad, then that makes me sad. I had no idea. I did not know. So thank you so much. Really good points. If you guys didn't put some love in the chat for Michelle, please do. And now I love her accent, by the way. Okay, so I love this. Dora Lynn, are you there?
Hi, IQ. Yeah, I'm here. How you doing tonight?
Hi, Lynn. I am so glad that you called in because I love what you have to say. You want to talk about Meri covering Kody's behind. Was that right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, when they were on good terms, that's why they were on good terms, because he could always have her cover his lies, cover whatever he wanted to be covered up. He had her wrapped around her finger because, like how you've mentioned before, that she's a pick me girl. So she's gonna do whatever he wants. And I mean, I'm kind of a Meri fan in a weird way because I kind of see her like my mom. Like, I grew up in a domesticated situation where my father would beat up on her. So I see that I see that in Meri, like, you know, like my father had my mama convinced that it was all her fault, that he would beat up on her because it was her fault, that she wasn't this enough, she wasn't that enough. And I see that that's how he does that to Meri. I don't say that he has shown that he's physically done that to her, but emotionally it's not much of a difference. You know, if you emotionally have somebody attached like that, that's really messed up, and you do messed up stuff for that other person. So, like, that's why I'm torn with Meri. Like, I can't say like Meri's, you know, a biatch or anything like that, or she's just twisted. She's been manipulated by him. She's been psychologically, kind of like what her friend was talking about, the Stockholm syndrome thing. That's like a coping mechanism. Like, for the longest time, I can kind of understand that. It's not really I guess when I looked into it, it's not really a mental illness. It's more like a coping situation on yourself. Like, you're trying to get through this, and that's one way of dealing with it. Like, you think you love this person, and, well, if they love me back, it won't be so bad if I do this or if I do that. And I think that that's what Meri was doing. She's like, oh, if you know, if he thinks he loves Robyn and it's my blessing, or it's my, what do they call it in Mormonism, the testimony. If I also say I have a testimony, then, well, I'm gonna have favor with him, and he's gonna love me back, and I'll be treated better.
So let me ask you then. I mean, really good points. And you think that she's covering his behind. Do you think that Meri was duped? Like, do you think that Meri actually believes that she was Kody and Robyn's matchmaker? Do you really think, like, do you think that she was manipulated in a way that she thought she was controlling the shots? Or do you think from the very beginning, Kody sat her down and was like, Meri, this is what we're going to do, and here's what you have to say? Like, which one do you think it was?
The other way around. I think Kody and Robyn kind of had a play on it. Like, oh, well, the way we can be together is if you go to Meri first and you make it think it's her idea. if y'all get along, if y'all, she likes this, maybe she likes that, talk about this, talk about that. And that's how their connection was so great, so strong, was because he gave her insight. So that way, Robyn probably, had the right backstory to get along with Meri.
See,
So,
I agree with you, Dorlin. I feel like, you know how in the book, Meri was saying how it was like their little secret between the trio? There was like a secret within a secret. And I think that you're right, because I feel like if Meri had known that Robyn, like there was that lightning bolt and she was stunned and embarrassed by the way that she was feeling about Kody. And then what we heard Kody just say, that it was inappropriate for him to stare at that woman that he thought was married, let alone him being a married man. It should be the same. But the way that he was like, just staring at her and wouldn't look away, I don't think Meri would have been the willing matchmaker that she is now, thinking that she was in control of everything. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Like
You agree?
Yeah, he had the, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's kind of doing. And he was working both of them in order for him to get what he wants. Because I don't think he really cares about either of them as long as he gets what he wants. But that's my insight.
No.
So
no truer words have been spoken. Well, thank you, Dorlin. I really appreciate you coming up here. That was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good New Year.
Thank you. You too. You guys put some love in the chat for Dorlin. That was really good. That was really good. So I feel like this is not over. Really just putting everything together, especially that 3 weeks thing, especially them, that Robyn, that Meri was the matchmaker. There was no matchmaker. You can't be a matchmaker to two people that already have a love connection. You're not the matchmaker, Meri. You are the scapegoat. You are the, you are the person to hide behind so it doesn't look like an affair. That's what you are. That's it. And it's so revealing. Just this little conversation blew a lot of things out of the water. Let's just listen to it again. I mean,
Some sort of problem with that. I mean,
Yeah, as long as you guys aren't blocking me out. Like, I want to come. You don't want to go too long without me because I don't want some guy thinking you're a single mom. There's a lot of men interested in Robyn, and they were sort of trying to get around me and to her. Because the first time I saw you in our church,
okay,
we made that gaze, that connection.
No, I made
that connection. Not just a gaze, you guys. Not just a gaze. They made a connection, and it wasn't just on Robyn's side, and it wasn't Robyn being benevolent. Kody said he made a connection. Guess what? That takes away the matchmaker scenario. It takes this away. You're out of here. You're no longer, we don't need you. There's no matchmaker. Kody and Robyn were the matchmaker. He said it, that they made a connection. Can we just tap that back for a second? Can we tap that back?
I made
gaze, that connection.
No. Let me go back.
In our church.
Okay.
We made that gaze, that connection.
No, I made that.
Oh, no. I looked longer. By the time you looked away, I actually said, that was probably inappropriate. She is most likely married.
One more. There's one more.
And we locked eyes. And I couldn't break away.
No, you cannot tell me that Kody did not intervene and make Meri involved. What are the odds that Kody and Robyn keep it to themselves, are benevolent? This man that was crying and boohooing to Christine after 3 weeks, that was completely love-struck and lovesick, and he was insane those 3 weeks. You cannot tell me that he just left everything to fate and chance, and that somehow, miraculously, in another plane, without any intervention, any interfering or influence, that Meri on her own decided, you know what? These two people need to be together. I call BS, because it doesn't make sense. And things that don't make sense usually are not true. And the thing that makes me, I think, the most sad And we could go over it tomorrow if you want. There was an interview that Meri did where she was talking about, actually, you know what? I think I could probably find it. Let's go over that little piece together, because I think we're going to be disappointed with Meri's tell-all book that's coming out. Hold on, let me find it. Let's watch it together. Hold on. Let me get it. Meri interview. Let's see. Is it here? I'm going to find it. Don't worry. Is it this one? Hold on. No, that's not it. Where was it? Maybe it's this one? Yeah. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Where's it?
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
There it is. Okay. So they're talking about the book here. Okay.
I'm
selling.
telling my story from, and it's very important to me to tell my story from a healed perspective, not from a pain perspective. And so if people want to hear my story from a pain perspective, they're not going to get that.
Gotcha.
That's not going to happen.
Gotcha.
It's very important.
Okay. So I get what Meri is saying, but at the same time, I call BS, because what she's saying is, I'm not ratting Kody out, and it's not going to be what you think. It's not going to be a tell-all. I'm not giving you the facts. I'm still protecting him, is basically what she's saying. So, unfortunately, I don't think that we're ever going to know the truth. But then again, the way that I see it, I'm wondering if, especially since her campaign now is like worthy up, I don't think I think she knows that if this is true, I'm speculating, by the way. So this is all my conspiracy. This is alleged. But if she really did do the other wives dirty and cover and lie for Kody and Robyn, the fan base would be pissed at her. So even if she's making it seem like she's being benevolent and just she's above it, not only is she protecting Kody, but it would be protecting herself as well. So why even get into it? It kind of is doing two things at once, if that makes sense. Mama Celeste, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That is so nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. You guys put some love in the chat for Mama Celeste. Mama Celeste says, happy holidays and Merry Christmas, my chat fam. Yes, you guys, the holidays are here, but we're going to be streaming a lot more, so do not go anywhere. We will be here. But yes, I see a lot of people saying thank you. Thank you. So, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Thank you. I just don't believe, you guys, that Meri is going to spill it. And why would Kody? Why would he at this point? I don't think that we're ever going to know the truth. So we just need to stay vigilant with everything. And we're going to have to find out what happened on our own. That's what we're going to have to do. So, keep your eyes posted. If you guys see anything or hear anything, let your girl know, because like I said, we called BS and there's a lot more to the story. And the most that we heard was on Sunday. And it's fascinating. Kismet said, oh, Kismet, hi. I don't know if I've seen you over here, but I'm glad that you're here. Kismet said, I agree, IQ. That was Meri's way of saying she's not going to badmouth Kody and Robyn in her book. Yeah. It's not happening. It's not happening. So other revelations, let me know what you guys think, especially if you're watching on the replay. For all my replay gang, what did I miss? What do we still need to talk about? What other little nuggets do we not know? Because there's still so many unknowns. Not working. Uh-oh. There we go. Sorry. My computer froze for a second. But yeah, like there's still a lot that I feel like we need to uncover. There's a lot of questions that I have. One thing that I would love to know, if you guys know, please let me know in the chat. When did Robyn find out about the filming of Sister Wives and the reality TV show? When did that happen? Did this happen? Is that why Robyn traveled 5 hours to go to that church? Because she already knew that Kody was going to be part of this reality TV show? Did it happen during? Did it happen after? Like, there's so many pieces of information that I want to put together that would make even more sense out of this meeting. But Kody and Robyn, your big mouths of you trying to profess your love, I don't think you realized what kind of Pandora's box that you opened, because we're getting a bigger picture here. We really are. So anyway, let me see. I see you guys. I see you guys. Yes, Sarah Kay. Sarah Kay said her cousin found out and told Robyn, but when? Like, I'm just trying to pinpoint the timeline because we're trying to get this timeline down. We have... Okay, let me go to it. Where is it? Wait, not that one. No, not that one. Not that one. The 3 weeks. That 3 weeks between Kody supposedly meeting Robyn and then him wanting to marry her and bring her into the family, that's a big timeline that I want to drill down into, and we don't have a lot of information on it. So I want to know in that 3 weeks, how many weeks before that, or was it during the 3 weeks, that Robyn knew that Kody was going to be a reality TV star or whatever show, be on a reality show? That's what I want to know. We need dates. Okay, Sarah K said about a month before. Maybe, but like I want to know dates, and I want to source the information. Do you know what I mean? Not from like, you know, something I read online. Like where, what did you read online, from where? Do you know what I mean? If you guys know, let me know. Am I cutting out? That's not good. Okay, so I guess that's not good. Maybe the internet's conking out again. All right, so with that being said, I don't want to keep conking out. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for coming. Let me do a little ditty. I'm going to dedicate this one to, you know what we haven't done in a while? Oh my gosh, you guys. For everyone here, go ahead and put some beer and Skittles in chat. We haven't done this in forever. I forgot about beer and Skittles, actually. All right, you guys, have a good night, and hopefully we go live again tomorrow.
Cannot figure out why I'm so angry in plural marriage than men do. And I've seen men leave plural marriage feeling like, 5, 6 wives, never feeling like they had been loved. Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles.
Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles.
Not for men.
Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men.
I mean, there's a different burden that I don't want to sit here and mansplain to you. It's just obvious that it's difficult. You're going to share your husband? Why would you do that? Kody favors Robyn. I don't even like her. He never signed a paper. We never agreed. We never went to our church leaders and said, hey, we're divorced.
Kody and I are divorced.
Would they even allow us a divorce? I'm leaving, so we're divorced. Wait a second, you can't do this to me. That's not even a cool statement. She's running to this person, to this person, to this person, to this person. I just call bull. Screw it. I am really upset by this. Wait a second, you can't do this to me. That's not even a cool statement.
For men.
Kody favors Robyn. Kody favors Robyn. Kody favors Robyn. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles.
Not for men.
Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. for men, not for men, not for men.
Kody favors Robyn. I don't even like her. I am really upset by this. Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles. Tell the whole world. Tell the world. And then go hang out with your buddy Christine.
Each describe Kody in 3 words.
Just 3?
Yes.
Deadbeat.
Okay.
Dad. Sorry, that's 2, but deadbeat dad and deadbeat, he is selfish. Deadbeat.
You haven't seen one of them for a year.
Deadbeat.
This is about a deadbeat dad.
You're hurting this family.
Deadbeat.
No one else. You're not loyal, just like your mother. And I was like, okay.
Why are you angry with your children? You haven't seen 2 of them for 5 months.
Deadbeat.
I'm going to move forward and find happiness and joy outside of my club.
Each describe Kody in 3 words.
Just 3?
Yes.
Deadbeat.
Okay.
Dad. Sorry, that's 2, but deadbeat dad and deadbeat.
The rest of the kids don't really have much of any kind of connection with him.
You haven't seen one of them for a year.
Deadbeat.
This is about a deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat.
Why are you angry with your children?
You a deadbeat.
Deadbeat, he is selfish. Deadbeat, he seems to be sort of like, I don't know, like the reality is bewildering to him, kind of. Deadbeat.
Divorced, and then the father just goes
Deadbeat.
MIA.
A deadbeat dad speaks from prison and explains the question so many people are asking: what went wrong?